Hello everybody and welcome back to the video on my YouTube channel. I'm Nicholas and today we're finally starting a journey that I've prepared for a very long time. Today we're finally kicking off me catching up on the biggest K-pop artist in the world right now, maybe the biggest K-pop artist of all time, BTS. A group, a giant that I have barely checked out yet for two specific reasons basically. As some of you may know, I have only been into K-pop really since late 2020, so for less than 2 years, and due to that I've basically been overwhelmed by the huge amount of content that K-pop in general has to offer. So it was not easy for me to really find time to check out everything and everybody, and especially given that within the past 2 years BTS has not released that much yet. I really never found the right time nor opportunity to say, alright, I will now be taking that dive into the discography. And that's where we get to the second point. The discography is massive, okay? Like, when I just looked at the discography online, I was like, you know, it's massive, it's huge. There's so many albums, so many releases. The release songs are probably easily in the triple digit numbers, maybe even reaching 200 songs or more. I have no idea. There's so many unreleased songs that are only on SoundCloud available as well. It's a lot, okay? It's really a lot, and therefore I was a bit intimidated to attack this discography basically, because I was like, man, there's so much to go through. This will really take a while. But at one point I have to start, and I thought right now is the best opportunity to do so. We're now exactly 1 month away from BTS's highly anticipated and highly awaited comeback. Unfortunately, it will only see 3 new songs, and it will be a compilation album, which I honestly would have thought would make more sense to do next year, given that next year will mark the 10th year anniversary as a group. But it will happen nonetheless. I'm excited for it nonetheless, even though, like mentioned, I've barely checked out anything BTS. As a matter of fact, I've only listened to 5 BTS songs. Those being Mic Drop, Dynamite, Film Out, Butter, and Permission to Dance. These are the only 5 BTS songs I know and have listened to. I've even reacted to Butter and Permission to Dance on the channel already, but I've privated those videos because I will be including those in a later catching up on video like this, because I think there more people will be able to see that there. But yeah, only these 5. I even had recorded a reaction to Mic Drop and Film Up, but that was a very long time ago, and unfortunately do not have those reactions anymore, so unfortunately can't give you those. But basically everything I've listened to from BTS thus far was high quality. And one of those things about BTS as well is given their status, you know, given the numbers that they produce, given the range that they have as an artist, it is obviously for me also a very highly anticipated journey to go through, because I obviously want to see how did they start, how did they progress, how did their evolution look like, how did they climb up to the top, how did their rise to success look like throughout the years. And that's what we're going to be doing. We will be checking out basically all their main music videos, probably all their albums, but like mentioned, it's so much, there are so many songs, it will really take a while. But for now, my plan is to go through the main music videos, only leaving out really just a handful or so that don't include them within the music video, which leaves us at overall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 catching up on videos like this with over 32 music videos reactions. I will give you the entire lineup of these catching up on videos down below in the comments. For now, for today, we are kicking off with their first 4 music videos, being their debut, No More Dream, We're Bulletproof Part 2, N.O or No, and Boy in Love. That are the 4 for today. I will say though already, I do not know yet at the moment of this recording if copyright will intervene here. Hype Labels has always been my most difficult nemesis basically when it comes to copyright. If copyright intervenes, I will sadly have to edit this video here on YouTube, but it will give you the unedited version nonetheless on Google Drive, so you will see already here if this is edited or not. I will have to see that for myself. But yeah, long intro, long introduction for this journey beginning. Basically, it will take a long time till we get through all BTS releases, till we get through all their songs. I won't be doing all these catching up on videos ahead of the comeback as well either, because I don't want to rush through it as well, but we will probably be doing 2 or 3 more of that. But yeah, it's time to kick things off with Jin, J-Hope, V, Jimin, Suga, and Jungkook. Know them all by name, but probably, especially given how young they will look here, not be able to tell everybody by face and everything. But yeah, their debut is No More Dream, which was on June 12th, 2013. I was 12 years old at that point. Never even knew what K-pop was, you know, up until maybe like a month later or so when Gangnam Style and actually dropped. It's sitting at a combined views of 262 million views. Combined is very important here because the majority of BTS music videos in their early stage of their career were dual uploaded to both the Hype and the K channel. We will always be reacting to the music videos on the Hype channel. And now, like mentioned, we're at 6 minutes already of intro. I did really want to take the time to really make this feel like a big introduction. So let's stop the talking. Let's start reacting. My first catching up on BTS, the beginning of my journey through BTS's discography, kicking things off with their debut, No More Dream. Let's go. Let's get this thing started. Okay. The sound effects.
What's up? This is Backhead exclusive.
Ooh, this gritty beats.
BTS. Rap monster.
True. RM back then called himself Rap Monster. Then later on RM. That's a statement though. Calling yourself Rap Monster? I'm ready, come on. Hype intro, hype introduction. Oh, that wasn't part of the song, the beat watch? Oh, the voice! Suga looking fresh though. Stepping in with the double time early on, I see. Ooh, the speed is so interesting though. J-Hope looking fresh. Jungkook though. Ooh. Yo, this is so aggressive though. It's such a huge difference with the most recent releases, you know? Like just compare this to Butter. Ooh. Was really all about rap to this point. But now this more melodic chorus be kicking. We gotta check out Suga solo releases too. Seriously. Ooh, that was cool. It's really rap line dominated though. Shin looking great. Oh, I actually can't tell them apart already. Jimin? But Arm's voiced it already. How old was he here? 19? I love the attitude though. Like, a lot of confidence. They be like this. Ooh, this section is so cool though. That section of the chorus is awesome. Wait, has V appeared yet, or have already misnamed someone? Oh, yeah, never mind. I think the Ooh. I think it was actually V in the second verse, right? I already know many people will have commented already. Hell yeah, that section is so addicting.
To all the youngsters without dreams.
Okay. A lot of additional MV content straight up. Okay, so that's actually such a man. Like mentioned, I've seen Mic Drop already, you know, which is why I know BTS can go heavy. BTS can scream hip hop and everything. But like comparing this imagery and gimmick to like mentioned nowadays releases or like the most recent releases. Huge difference, okay? That's like an entire multiverse of a difference, okay? Like not just entirely delivery wise, but also by the songs itself. I'm not sure who produced these songs already, if RM was already very, or like if RM and Sugar already produced these early BTS songs, because I know they were very much involved in the later releases, from what I've heard. But what I can definitely say up from No More Dream as first impression. The chorus is awesome. I love the attitude and the confidence, like mentioned. No, they really upon debut say, "Hey, we ain't here to play, okay? We take us seriously, you know. We coming to take over, you know. Little did we know they would be telling the truth, but like they really immediately set a tone that is just, you know, really speaks to me, because I, as somebody that loves hip hop, that loves heavy, confidential, even a bit aggressive rap and tone. This is my vibe, okay? This is my thing. This definitely speaks to me. One thing though, what I definitely will have to see on re-listens is, or like, we definitely need more re-listens to really get the groove of the beat, you know? The groove had a lot of layers in there, a lot of sound elements and like additional melodies that weren't that easy to decipher straight away. I will be able to tell them more re-listens, not of a big deal yet, but either way, the atmosphere is cool. I like mentioned, love the music video actually. Like mentioned, a lot of practical stuff. Like they actually built an entire town here, you know, like a little neighborhood where they drove with their own bus and everything. Like they really put a lot into this debut in both ways, both sonically and visually. They really wanted to make this feel like a big deal. They really wanted to bounce into the business basically with a bang. And I think No More Dream definitely has that explosiveness to it that you need to stand out, you know? Like, it doesn't really feel like your typical hip-hop song, you know? Like, it really has already kind of identity and personality that really makes it stand out nonetheless, you know? Like, we've seen hip-hop songs, everything cable before, but this release immediately just makes it feel like, oh, okay, this feels fresh still, you know. Yeah, I've heard this concept before, but they're doing it pretty well. They're really doing their own thing here. I'm digging that, you know. That's really what stands out for me here. The immediate confidence, the immediate personality that just radiates over this entire product. Like mentioned, both within the song and within the music video. And yeah, I think V was in the second verse, right? Is that? Like they all have very similar hair here, so that doesn't really help, you know. Like nowadays, it's always like 7 different hair colors, but that's Jimin. But wait, where's V? Is that V with the glasses? I don't know. No, that's V. That's V. Yeah. That V had the orange, the little blondish hair in here. While Sugar had the black going on. Okay. So maybe it wasn't entirely wrong after all. Maybe it did tell the right, but it just didn't see V in there. Actually, don't know about the line distribution yet. I don't really think I've ever thought about that with BTS yet because I've only listened to 5 songs before, like mentioned. But this was a very, very rap dominated song, obviously, so it was clear that the rap line here would do the majority of the song. So RM, Sugar with J-Hope and Jungkook on top of that. I think that's the rap line, right? Jungkook is a sub-rapper or something? I don't have the positions in my mind. But yeah, this is a cool debut, okay? Like mentioned, I will need to re-listen to the song definitely more to get into the beat a bit more. You know, like the beat wasn't very clear, straightforward in a sense of, you know, like a very typical melody. You know, it's a bit more interluded in that sense. So I'm excited to listen to the song more to really feel the beat a bit more. But even now, banging song, banging confidence, really dig, like mentioned, the entire music video, the entire product basically. You know, the entire product here really, really spoke to me. And I think this is a sick debut. Feels timeless too, you know, like mentioned, really holds up nowadays as well. It's nearly 10 years ago, holy moly, or like nearly 9 years ago, damn. Alright, BTS's No More Dream. That was cool, I enjoyed that. Let's see how the first comeback looked like, or what means first comeback. The second music video is We Are Bulletproof Part 2, and that actually makes me wonder 2 things. One, what means wonder? The first thing is, I think it's a general hype slash big hit thing that they most of the time release a music video for a B-side. I've seen it happen a lot for TXT. I think every of their releases had at least one additional music video for one of the B-sides. I think Les Seraphim will also maybe have one soon. I think actually didn't happen for G-Friend, but G-Friend only joined Big Hit like for 1.5 years or something like that. I don't know, but I've seen also when making this discography video spreadsheet for myself, basically, that there are a lot of B-sides that receive music videos, and the first one is We Are Bulletproof Part 2 from the same debut album, sitting at a combined views of 219, released on July 16, 2013, so around a month after the debut. And now the second thing, what I was wondering, basically ask myself, where's part 1? I did go to YouTube and search for that. I did see that there's audio for it, but it wasn't on either of the like, it wasn't on the first album or anything. So I guess We're Bulletproof Part 2 is like part 1 was a pre-debut song or something. It was never really officially released on streaming platforms. Gladly clear me up about that. I generally expect a lot of helpful comments when it comes to that, because like mentioned, one of those main reasons why I was so intimidated to get into BTS was just the sheer amount of content and songs and everything. So gladly help me up and give me tips and all that kind of stuff to really be able to get a bit more of the glimpse. But yeah, let's dive into it. Second song of the first catching up with BTS, We Are Bulletproof Part 2. Let's check it out. I love. Wait, has RM even showed his eyes in the first MV? Oh, he looking fresh though. Look at his strip. Now this beat is way more forwards. Bass is bumping. Ooh. Sugar's slow at that point already, my lord. They looking fresh. This style is great though. Really digging the styling. Wait, was it Jimin? Damn, he sounded so rough there. Like so deep actually. Or is he just in center there? I actually can't tell. I love RM's attitude here. Really has that leader feeling to it. Ooh. We gotta check out more of J-Hope's solo stuff too, though. Woo. Honestly, I give it to him. I think he definitely earned the position to call himself Rap Monster upon debut. I give him that. Is it really Jimin? Wow, I really can't tell. Or is it maybe Jungkook that sings? But I really can't tell who's singing right now. Ooh, I'm digging the chorus into post-chorus transition. The ad-lib so. Rah! Rah! Woo! J-Hope dance break, let's go! Ooh. The editing on that though. The sound effects though. Is he actually doing that on stage? Whoa! We're rewatching that for sure, but holy moly, that dance break was wild! What the hell? Okay, that dance break was awesome, okay? Like, one thing I wanted to say in between but then didn't was that you can definitely see that this is a B-side music video, because like when you just compare it to No More Dream, which like mentioned had this big neighborhood even built, you know, like this practical set, there was really more of a performance video, you know? But did they make a performance out of that at the end? Holy moly. Like, not just, like, everything about it. Like, the editing, the... Is that's really Jimin, though? Was Jimin really singing the chorus there? Where, like, many voices mixed together? Because, like mentioned, I really only have this very bright, crystal clear voice Jimin in my mind from the previous songs. But also, again, though, compare this to Butter or Permission to Dance. My lord. Like, that's such a... Like, damn. It's really hard to imagine, like back then, it would have been really hard to imagine. Like, imagine going back in time to 2013 and showing, like, K-pop fans at that time, hey, these guys right here, with, like, the weapon aesthetics, like, the very heavy into-your-face, like, rap and everything, those guys will be doing fully English, like, very soft, poppy songs, you know? Which is not a bad thing, but, like, it's a mind-blowing difference, okay? Actually, Daniel, like a really, like mentioned, due to Mic Drop, I already knew that the guys can go hard and that they have done some hip-hop in the past, but this is like such a huge difference. That's like really so drastic, it's really actually a bit crazy. But yeah, I actually want to know that. We are Bulletproof Part 2 line distribution. I really want to know that right now. Because that, like mentioned, really actually can't tell. Like mentioned, maybe it was only actually maybe it's even, I wouldn't be surprised if it's actually even a Bangtan Boys. Huh? It's actually Jimin in the chorus. It's actually Jimin in the chorus. Wow. At least that's what the website says, because it really doesn't sound like him. Because actually, like, usually it's the other way around, you know? Usually the voice of a like, I think he's 17 here, right? 17 here. I think Jimin, V, and Jungkook were the only ones still minors when BTS debuted. So usually, you know, when, like, oh, I actually don't know what's the English word for it. When boys, young boys get their, like, teenagers get their, you know, what is it? In Germany, it's Stimmbruch. I can't think of the English word right now, where just usually the voice gets deeper. Did in his case the voice go brighter? Or what? Because it really doesn't sound like him here. But yeah, actually, that's another good thing. Before we get to that awesome ending scene, though, I do gotta mention it. Because, like I mentioned right now, I think June was 17 here. This is something that somebody warned me about beforehand, or already told me, where he said, where they told me, hey, just a heads up already here, this may be something you may want to talk about. So he told me about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think I would probably address that a bit. I'm not a fan of that part. Because, as I just mentioned, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, I think, were all minors, and I think Jungkook even 15. So, including a section within the choreo that sees the boys, like, lift up their shirt and, like, show their naked upper bodies. Not really my thing, you know, because one thing I've always very clearly took a stance for here within on this channel, and it usually mostly happened actually for girl groups, because that's usually where it happens the most, I'd say, is when idols debut at a young age, what I'm also generally not a fan of. I usually always want idols to debut at 18 plus, because of how sexualized K-pop can be, especially online. That if they idols then actually do debut as minors, that then at least the concepts and everything are at least produced in a way where it's, you know, like, fitting for them, you know, that it's not over sexualized or like not too over the line or something like that. And in this case here, you know, like nowadays it's hot. Nowadays, like, hell yeah, let's go, you know. But like doing that as a choreo for, like, mentioned when like nearly half of the group are still minors, not a big fan. Like mentioned, this is big hit here. Like mentioned, Les Seraphim recently debuted as well, and they also have, I think, 3 minors in their group, or 2, I'm not sure. They also had in their debut choreo, like laying on the ground, like bumming with their butts and whatnot, where everybody was like, "What? Why is this in the choreo for?" Like mentioned, this group right now with girls that age. So maybe it's a hype thing, but I already know, like mentioned, that it happens in many other companies, especially actually smaller ones. It's mostly the case. So I do want to take the time to say that not a big fan of this part of the choreo. They said, like mentioned, that there will be a part of this like in the earlier songs, and it now happened here. I didn't know which song it was, but like it happens now here, and definitely wanted to quickly talk about that. It's not a criticism against them at all, you know. It has nothing to do with them. It's really about the company and the choreographers and whatnot. That's really, like mentioned, really wanted to take the stance for that again. But whatever. Enough from that. Let's talk about that dance break at the end, okay? Because that thing... The sound effects are a bit cartoony, not gonna lie, but there's a fact here. That's so freaking sick. That's so cool. The way he threw the cap there and he catches it easily. This is also so sick, though. Like this electronic robotic dance, you know, does he actually do that on stage too? And actually does all this stuff with the captor as well? That's wild. That's wild. That's just so creative. And instantly, like, extremely, recognizable, you know? Damn. This release and this performance video, basically, like mentioned, both a performance video, wild. Especially, like mentioned, when you know how nearly 10 years in the future the most recent releases look like. Such a drastic difference, you know. Really unexpected that it really was this drastic, or like that the difference is this drastic. But I'm here for it. It's, like mentioned, confident. It's a bit arrogant, it's aggressive, it's really into your face hip-hop rap. That's exactly my thing. So this is sick. This is cool. Like mentioned, the drip, the styling, everything was awesome. The dancing was on point. Good stuff. BTS with Bulletproof Part 2. Besides that one bit in the choreo. Awesome all the way through. Really enjoyable. Really dig that. Big difference to nowadays. Let's get to their first comeback, which was, I think, 3 months after? Around 3 months after or so. Their first comeback was N.O, or maybe just No, released on September 11th, 2013. So actually just 2 months after. Was it a repackage? I don't know. Sitting at a combined views of 189. Let's not waste any more time. We're nearly 30 minutes already of just 2 music videos. Whew. Let's dive into it. Our third BTS music video of today, N.O. So, let's go. Ooh. My man's loving his glasses. Whoa. Dude, those monstrous trumpets. Ooh, I love those white outfits. Some MV aesthetic though, damn. Ooh! Sugar now with the reddish hair, reddish brown. Ooh. Ooh. This pre-chorus was awesome, but it's no okay. Oh, it's them standing up against I don't know what the symbolism is supposed to be, but free thrown the whole damn chair. What is going on? Man, BTS's rap line is so stacked though, it's wild. Wait, why did they spare him though? Oh. Yo, look at this visual though. Ooh. Whoa, this visual is awesome. Jin looks great. Yo, the imagery in this MV is actually stunning. Like now he with these big statue-like stone hands. Yo, Jimin was just noticing now really though. Jimin already looking ripped. And another big dance break finale. Ad-libs. Woo! Everybody say no. The ad-libs sound rah, rah, rah. Oh, just now see the logos of vests here, or what? Looks like a vest or like a badge. And like mentioned, it's still a bit hard to like compensate and really realize that these guys like end up being the BTS I know nowadays, you know? Damn. Okay, so BTS is no. I'm actually now a bit confused why there's a dot in there because then it sounds like N.O for me or like N.O instead of no. either way, uh, this MV was actually now from its imagery really captivating because like mentioned the first MV was like mentioned very street attitude with a built neighborhood and whatnot as a set. The second one was like mentioned more of a performance video in a very empty hall. This time around we have like a story going on that I actually can't even put that clear straight away. But like, man, those pills here and everything. You know, like looking like a very strict like it is a very strict like classroom, all in white. You know, we had a lot of white aesthetics going on as well. Unfortunately, don't have the lyrics here, so maybe within the lyrics there's already some metaphors or symbolism in it that would maybe explain a bit more what's going on here. But like the way like all ended up in like a full-on fight, chairs being thrown and everything, breaking out with explosions, basically coming out of heaven or something like that. This MV is wild and probably spawned a lot of theories. Big fan of that because I always say it like that. One thing about K-pop music videos that are usually the thing that makes them so big, that makes them feel so special, is the fact that. Wait a second. Wait a second. I just realized 2013. Wait, did I earlier say 2012? Oh, no, I'm dumb. Never mind. I think I maybe earlier said something about that they debuted in 2012 or something like that. Or yeah, no, I said that like I didn't know what K-pop was up until Gangnam Style, which was like a month after their debut, but that was a year prior. I'm a bit dumb. It's already late. It's already past midnight, so excuse me for that. But like, one of the things I mentioned that makes K-pop so exciting for me, also for me to watch and react to, or that most of the time, especially the music videos, try to be larger than life, try to be telling a story, try to be something big and something you don't usually see, which then also usually invites you to actually rewatch the music videos because they have additional scenes, additional stuff that you don't get on the audio. So this MV is really cool. This MV is really interesting because it just makes you think, it makes you wonder, it captivates you, it introduces you, and right now I can't even 100% tell what it was about. So if there are any theories or anything, you definitely need to share with me. Oh, that's a sick shot though. Really dig the wide imagery like mentioned earlier. They gladly tell me about that, what this MV really is about and what's up here. But enough with the music video. Even though I do gotta give these shots especially a bit more credit again. Stunning, okay? The way they walk down those white stairs out of the light here, you know, spawn from heaven basically, walking down those. Like that shot is just cinema, you know. The song itself though. Won't even lie to you, like mentioned, because of the music video being so positively overwhelming and it just captivating you so much, it was a bit hard to focus on the song as much as usual because the MV was just that intriguing. Such a sick shot. Man, the choreos were awesome back then. Like, they are still nowadays, but like here, like mentioned, really went way more out, you know, like way more crazy stuff involved. This was awesome, okay? The song itself has a very cool, catchy chorus. The verses were, as always, on point, like mentioned. Sugar with a bit of a look switch up. RM's flow was on point. She Hope's flow was on point. The pre-chorus was actually pretty cool. Who was it at first? Was V, right? Yeah, I think V did the first pre-chorus here. That like especially sounded really excellent. Again, I will definitely need more re-listens to really like get the big picture of the song because I was just that busy basically with the MV here. But I'm excited for that, you know, because it's also a good thing. When a music video was so cool and so captivating for you, then it usually means you will listen to the song again due to that, and that way the song will automatically grow in you way more. So this is a very solid first comeback, okay? This is a very solid first comeback. I think at least it was the first comeback, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't, like mentioned, a repackage, given it was like just 2 months after the debut. So yeah, BTS is N.O, again with the drip. Now, like mentioned though, in a very different visual approach, trading in the street aesthetic to something like mentioned, really interesting that I can't even put like that straight away. Play me up about theories about this MV. Other than that, I'd say we can move on to the finale of the first catching up on BTS on this channel, which is Boy In Luv, which is their first really big hit, sitting at a combined number of 462 million views. Actually, I've been informed with 4 million views on the WonderK channel. This is also something I actually don't understand. Like, in some cases, the Hype channel has more views for the MV. In other cases, it's the WonderK channel. I don't know what's going on. You like mentioned, I decided to go for all releases on the WonderK on the Hype channel instead. Released February 11th, 2014. So this time around, we had a 5-month break in between comebacks. So the anticipation was a bigger here this time around. It's like mentioned, huge in the numbers, nearly 500 million views overall, which is a number, which is a statement. Let's dive into it. Finale of our first catching up on BTS, A Boy in Love. Let's check it out. Also nearly 5 minutes long, holy moly. Oh, okay. There's a bit of a little insider here basically, because when I react to SM music videos especially, one thing I always said was like, it really took up until like 2017 or so, up until we actually got English subtitles. We have English subtitles on a 2014 released K-pop MV. What is this? Is this real life? Man. Good shit. Bathroom static back at it, okay. Wait, this is actually a second mini? What was on the title track then for? RM is showing his eyes! Where are his glasses? Okay. He be cleaning. He be reading. He be listening. School love affair. Oh, Bond love. Okay, I see. Whoa! I didn't expect a riff in this. That deep voices though. The confidence in the delivery, like this aggressive tone. Ooh. But yeah, my man said, dropping the glasses. I'm looking fresh with the hair. Back with the jumping already. I'm digging this riff though. Yo, this chorus though! Wait, that chorus was actually insane! Like the melody of it. Shit, yeah! Call me instead of 911 when you're sick. What? Jin looking fresh. Oh wow. I was a bit caught off guard by the imagery here, but whoa! This chorus sound, what the? Oh. Okay. I actually don't even know what to say. Or like I don't even know like what words to choose as initial reaction after this. Like I was a little bit conflicted in between with the imagery of the MV here, where it got a bit physical. But like it ended up in a good ending and everything, you know. But this song. This chorus. Again, I really didn't anticipate like a rock influence in this, and maybe you know already, maybe not, depending on if you've seen other reactions on my channel. But given that Dreamcatcher is my favorite K-pop artist, I think that should tell you, huge rock fan, okay? Huge rock fan. I love when K-pop meets rock, when we have rock influenced K-pop songs. And one thing that usually quickly can happen is that, especially depending on how the rock is done, it can really give me a nostalgic feeling, you know, really gives me flashbacks to like very early 2000s and everything. And this song and chorus radiates that nostalgic aura, you know? Like, upon first listen, it immediately feels like one of those all-timer K-pop choruses, okay? Like, there have been reactions on this channel where upon the first listen I knew, oh my god, okay? Where after the first listen I was like, my god, this is, wow. This is like, holy, you know? This is like, when I look at K-pop in general, this is a standout for me, you know? Across the entirety, you know? Not like, oh, one of my favorite releases this month, or like, you know what? Other examples are like Everglow's La Di Da and Dreamcatcher songs as well, all that kind of stuff. And this really goes into that category. This chorus like really blew my mind, okay? The way the melody is done here with that rock influence is wow. It's just wow, okay? Again, though, we have a cool music video, by the way, you know, which, like mentioned, really invites you to rewatch it because it's just very entertaining, you know, like a very little small drama, basically. Short drama, I guess you could say. But that really isn't even the thing for me this time around. Like mentioned, the first MV, like mentioned, had this extremely cool neighborhood aesthetic and everything, which really stood out. The second was more of a cool performance MV, but that like really makes you into good to watch the choreo. And the third MV, like mentioned, actually overshadowed the song a little bit for me, where it was so focused on the song, on the MV, that the song actually fell a bit behind for me, which is not entirely a bad thing, but like it was noticeable for me. This time around, though, this like the MV is, like mentioned, also very fun to watch and everything, but this time around I was so captured by the song itself, and it's 100% my favorite song of today, but also probably, at least the chorus, probably one of the best choruses I've heard in K-pop. I want to listen to this chorus again. My god, I want to listen to this chorus again. Again, like mentioned before we go into that though, it's a very fun music video again. The choreo, like mentioned, did have like this part especially, you know, like mentioned, it's not entirely Michael Jackson yet, but But like this point here, there was like mentioned a bit more of fun banter because that's just how it is with teenagers. That's actually age appropriate. That works. He like mentioned, I actually gotta say, I was a bit caught off guard by that because I didn't expect him to like really physically touch her in like a more aggressive tone. But then like it actually ended up being, I guess, okay. It's like, I don't know if this actually sparked a bit of controversy, these scenes here, but at least caught me a bit off guard at first. I was like, what? You know? But then we have this very, very smoochy, soft, lovely scene after that, so I guess it makes it okay. Like mentioned, I can't really interpret what the exact meaning behind this scene was and everything. But whatever, okay. I guess it's not that big of a deal because like mentioned, we really ended on a good tone. But okay, enough about the music video, because the song. Like just even the verses and everything have once again like this very deep, cool tone, delivery, love, which I mentioned sounds so different compared to nowadays. It's really weird actually. Did their delivery and the entire voices actually get brighter over the years? They sound like totally different persons actually. Like so heavy and so gritty. Let's go for the entire song actually in full again, because the entire song actually bangs. Jungkook kicks off awesomely. This RM visual is cool. Rapping into this school mic basically. J-Hope coming in hard here. Now the pre-chorus. We cool down a bit in the tempo of the beat, like at least in the fullness, to really make the voices stand out even more. But now, like, wow! That chorus is actually an all-timer right there. That chorus is actually one of the best K-pop choruses I've heard thus far. Wow. Okay, so the first catching up on BTS already makes me go, I understand. Because that's the thing, obviously, right? I'm always the type of person that actually says, I'm usually, hey, numbers don't lie. Look at their sales, look at their views, look at their everything. Even without barely having checked things of them out yet, they must be talented. They must have the skill. They must have something that make this, you know? Like, it doesn't come from nothing, you know? So it was never in doubt that these guys have insane songs and everything. And like mentioned, everything I've listened to thus far from them was really good. Like Micro was really my thing, and like mentioned, Dynamite, Butter, Permission to Dance were like really a new style, going to a new direction. Like mentioned, going more to the Western scene to really approach that side of the globe basically more, because they dominated Korea already, which were like mentioned all fun and everything, but like nothing too new to me, you know. Like these songs are nothing too innovative or something that really make me go wow, you know. And film mode, like mentioned, was also a cool ballad that, like mentioned, was pretty enjoyable. But like Boy in Love now, immediately within the first catching up on BTS, we have a BTS song right here that really makes me go, yo, I understand y'all. I understand why these guys got as big as they got. Because this chorus right here it's music, okay? This chorus is just music. This chorus is cinema. It's a absolute perfect on point two-sectioner. Or like what means two-sectioner actually? It's like it's not even a two-sectional chorus in that sense. Like this part here now where I shake my heart is actually the second section of the chorus. But like the first section of this chorus, its fullness, its melody, its sound here that empathizes on the specific line there. It's literally one of the best choruses I've heard in K-pop. My lord. Like, even the way we enter into it, okay? Even the way we enter into the chorus. We usually, you have the instrumental drop and then the line starts. Here, we're already within the line and the drop happens within the delivery of the first line of the chorus. Excellent. Really, really suits the energy of the song. But... like the way there's this extra bass coming in for that specific word right there when we drop that one word. Like mentioned happens first when we get to the actual drop, and then again in the middle of it. This chorus! Then the second party is perfect as well. Say what you want. Actual perfection. The way the voices sound, the way the instrumentalists sound with the rock and everything. The more stronger pronunciation in these, like fitting on the bass. Just wow, actually. Sugar keeps going too. Like that's the thing, right? The verses are actually like so highlights as well, you know? It's like very... Man, I actually can't even speak probably right now. I'm a bit... I mean, like mentioned, it's late. It's hot, and so I'm a bit, you know... But... The verses are so freaking good, but like I'm just waiting again because it's great, yeah, but like wow, the verses and pre-chorus are so good, but I'm just waiting for that chorus. What you want, say what you want. This scene, like mentioned, and now the bridge too! The bridge too! It is softer still, it's a good bass going on, so it's not even that soft actually. Now the guitar riff deep in the background. The vocals sound fantastic. And then that little beat break here, what the fuck? The only thing I would have loved to have actually, the only thing that I can nitpick here because it's just a pet peeve of mine, the only thing that I would have done to make this song go from a 10 out of 10 to an 11 out of 10 is let the beat fade out here and add like an additional 10 seconds of just a guitar riff playing out, you know? I always loved it when we don't end the song on like a lyric, but instead have it end with the beat, with just the beat, you know? But that's just a pet peeve of mine. It's really nothing too crazy here because even without that, yo, Boy in Luv is an all-timer, okay? Boy in Luv is an absolute all-timer, and it's honestly so cool that I didn't even need to get to the second catching up on BTS video to realize, yeah, it's totally okay that they are where they are. They've totally earned that place. They've totally earned that recognition. They've totally earned this position that they're in right now, where they actually can say, okay, you know, like if you look back not even a decade ago, our sound was very different. We nowadays can explore and approach different sounds and different places of the world with our music because we've already done it, you know? We've already done it on the other side, you know? So why not go take over the rest of the world, you know? Wow, that was special. That was special. Because I guess that's the thing, right? Like mentioned, huge hip-hop fan, huge rap fan, and at the end of the day, it can very rarely happen that rap songs nowadays, or like hip hop songs, actually really blow my mind in some way. Because not only because I've consumed it a lot already, so that I've just heard so much that it's like really hard to like get me with something where I'm like, oh my god, I've never heard it in this way before. And just generally because I think like flow and rap just always works for me, but it just isn't really something that like it always excites me, it always makes me pump and everything, but like songs like these are the ones that eternalize themselves basically, you know. Looking at the other 3 releases of today, like mentioned, I definitely need more reasons on No, because the music video did actually overshadow it a bit for me, which is again not a bad thing, but it just happened for me. When you both look at No More Dreaming Weird, Bulletproof Pt.2, they are awesome. They're sick. I love the confidence in it. I love the aggression and the tone and whatnot. It's really my thing, and you know, I love that style and whatnot. But a song like Boy in Luv, which combines both the rap and attitude and everything in the verses with the melodic vocal sections in the pre-chorus, chorus, and bridge, that is K-pop for me. That is K-pop. That's what K-pop is about for me. That are usually the songs that really, really eternalize themselves for myself. Because that's most of the time when I look at some of my favorite songs of all time. Everglow's La Di Da, like mentioned, which also blew my mind on first listen. It has like obviously a very different sound approach, which was like a very disco pop retro sound, but also had rap sections in there, vocal sections, and the same catch chorus and whatnot. And so, like this song just has it all. We have the heavy, cool intro to set the tone. Like we like mentioned first, go, oh wow, we actually have rock in the BTS so here, you know, because I haven't heard BTS with rock before, you know. We have, like mentioned again, the rap line doing their thing, spitting fire, spitting heat, bringing the bars with the flow and everything. Sick, cool, awesome, spectacular, outstanding, blah blah blah. You know, enough adjectives basically. Awesome as always. Pre-chorus sounds great, sets the tone really good, has a little bit of a takeout in the instrumental to really make it feel a bit you know, different to the remaining things. And then this absolute 10 out of 10 chorus. It's melody, it's these 2 moments in the first half of it where you're like na 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 na. The combination of the voices and it's just cinema. It's just cinema, okay? Man. Where's that meme actually from? Which director is it? I don't know, but cinema, okay? Or in this case, music. That is what I'm here for. Those are the songs and releases that I'm here for. Want, say what you want. It feels nostalgic, it feels energetic, it's melodic, it's everything. Just wow. Okay, let's stop it here though, because again, it's already past 2 a.m. We've already reached the 1 hour mark, and that doesn't happen often, okay? We don't often reach the 1 hour mark, especially when it's only 4 songs. It usually indicates that I had a lot of positive things to say. I think that was definitely the case here. BTS's first very viral big song for every good reason, and honestly, if this would have been released a few years after, then it would have easily been sitting on 1 billion as well, because like I mentioned, was one of their very earliest releases. So BTS's Boy in Luv, instantly on first impression, an all-timer for me. A song that instantly showed me, all right, we wouldn't even need to go for the other catching up on BTS video now for me to be able to say yes, I see why they are on the top. I see why they are number 1. This song, especially, like, really already put them in a different line for me, because again, only had 5 songs of them beforehand, which were already good, but like it wasn't really anything that made me go, oh yes, I see, I understand. Now I can already understand, and I'm so ready to understand even more when we'll be doing many, many more BTS music videos in the future. For now, I enjoyed this a lot. I had so much fun with this, okay? And I hope you guys enjoyed my reactions. If you did, leave a like down below to show me that you did. What are your thoughts on the first 4 BTS music videos? Which part is your favorite? Do you agree with some of the points I made about the choreo bits in Bulletproof Pt.2? Do you agree with my thoughts on Boy In Luv? Tell me all you want to tell me down below in the comments. And as always, if you enjoy what I'm doing, if you want to support me, then you can leave a sub as well or support my Patreon. It would help me a lot. So yeah, when will we be doing catching up on BTS Part 2? As mentioned, I do not plan on doing all 8 ahead of the comeback, because honestly, would actually be a bit... That's something I realized when I did it for G-Friend, because I also did like all the music videos in like 2 weeks or something like that. Doing everything like so squeezed into one another really doesn't make it really feel like a journey. It really does give you the time to listen to those first 8 songs, something like that, for a while, so to really get into them. But it just, you basically rush a bit through it, you know. That's actually the magic about K-pop in general, you know, the time between comebacks. Everybody wants as much music as possible, but having these long breaks in between really just makes every new listen or like every new song feel so special. So we probably be doing 1, maybe 2 more ahead of June 10th, but I think, like mentioned, it would be not ideal to do them all now. Before that, let's take our time, okay? Let's enjoy this. Let's take it all in that way, basically. But yeah, there are a lot of other K-pop content coming up as well. So for whatever content you may be interested in, whatever content you may want to tune in for, I'll be seeing you again soon on this channel. Stay safe, have a happy, have a great time, have a great week, and see you again soon with more BTS or other K-pop reactions. Thank you so much for watching.